Welcome to AutoCAD tutorial session 0. This is going to be your introduction to the interface of AutoCAD. Obviously, this is not the interface of AutoCAD. This is the 2015 Steelbridge team. That's me, past captain. These should be your captains. So I'm going to go ahead and open up AutoCAD. So I'm using AutoCAD 2015. You're going to notice, if this is your first time using it, that there are a ton of buttons. There's a huge ribbon, there's a bunch of panels on it, there's a bunch of tabs with different ribbons, there's different workspaces, ton of stuff. My goal is basically to simplify all that stuff and gear it really just so that you guys can learn it really quick, so you guys can all 3D model. So you should see something similar to this screen. I'm going to click on Start Drawing to literally start drawing. And this is what you should pretty much see. So when you open it, it's going to lag a little bit. But what you're looking at with all this grid stuff, this is your model space. Alright? So what defines your model space is this, your XYZ axes. You can't see the Z right now, but if I click on this thing called the view cube, you can. So this is your XYZ. It pretty much defines your space. Can you adjust it? Yeah, of course you can. This is AutoCAD. You can make it whatever you want. It's a little tricky to play with. I didn't put this in the tutorial because it takes a little while to get the hang of. So I didn't want to confuse too many people. Over here is a command bar. This lets you basically type in whatever you want. Whatever you see here, pretty much, and all these like different things, you can type. You see line there. I can type L for the shortcut, press enter, and I can make a line like that. What I really want to note actually is that if I can select it using different ways. I can click on it. I can also do this though. If I click from the bottom right, don't drag the mouse, and go towards the top left, if I select just part of it, it selects the whole thing. But if I go from the top left to the bottom right, I have to select all of it for it to start glowing. So I really wanted to make a note of that. If you also notice, I drew this slanted, and you might be wondering, is there a way to make this travel 90 degrees? Yes, that's what this button's for. There's ortho mode. You can also press F8, I believe. There we go, F8. Another thing is you want to attach another line to this thing. I can. That's your endpoint snap. That's your midpoint snap. These are going to be one of the most used snaps. You can set your snaps to different types over here. You also turn on or off here. Blue means it's on, when it's glowing blue at least. You also turn off your grid if you want as well. Another thing I wanted to go over is, let's say we had 3D objects instead. It's something that I think is pretty cool. I didn't really put in the tutorials because I usually use half a screen. So if I have a box over here, and let's say I have a pyramid, I don't think you're going to really need pyramid for bridge team, but here we go. I'm going to type in viewport, press enter. I'm going to choose 3, let's say, there's 3 left. Now I want 3 right. Let's change the style to 3D. We also change our visual style. Let's change it to like realistic or something. Click OK. And look at that beast go. Pretty cool, right? So what I did was, if you click on this, this is the visual styles. You can change what it's going to look like on your screen. X-ray is pretty cool. You know, all this good stuff. This changes your view. So pretty neat. If I can click on that. Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome that they have that. Also, I wanted to mention that earlier we talked a little bit about snaps. See these blue things? I believe these are also called grips, but you see like these blue squares? These are grips. You can click on them and alter your shape like that. And this, I think they originally have these at center of masses for objects, or centroids, I believe. If you see that, it's a 3D thing. If you notice, this over here is called the top ribbon. These are ribbon tabs. You can get different ribbons by changing our workspace. This is a 3D basic workspace. You have different tools in your ribbon and different tabs, and then there's 3D modeling as well. Some people also have an AutoCAD Classic. I don't use AutoCAD Classic. I think it's pretty funny for the people who do use AutoCAD Classic. No judgment there, just saying that I just think it's funny. Another thing I wanted to mention is, oh, it's a little laggy right now. This happens a lot when you're switching between workspaces. If I move this thing using the M for shortcut, it's traveling along the XYZ, right? But what's also cool is you can also travel along a specific grid. So if I have snap mode on, if I move this around, it's going to try to snap to a three-dimensional grid that's preset. So it looks like I'm lagging, I'm actually not. You can change your snap settings. You can even make polar snap if you want. There's a ton of stuff you can do. These also include the other things. You don't need to play around with this too much, to be honest. I don't use snap mode, I just use OSnap. This is your OSnap, or this is your snap grid, I should say. But yes, I don't use this. Also, if you're tired of looking at this type of view, or maybe you're tired of this object too, let's go ahead. Let's go and type in viewport. Oops. Escape first before entering another command. Let's go to single. There you go. Well, if I want to delete this, I select it. I'm going to delete it. If I'm in the middle of a command, press escape, you escape the command. So far we've been totally using only, we've been only using model space for a good reason. You're going to draw most of your things in here. To navigate it, you need your pan tool. You can also click on this. That'll do the trick. I use my scroll button to do that. You have your zoom extents, so it goes to the exact extents pretty much of your objects. Orbit's kind of cool. You can hold your shift key and your scroll key, move the mouse. You got orbit. You can also click on orbit and orbit. Pretty awesome, I think. Another thing is I want to mention is you have a scale here. Don't touch this. Pretty much it's set to 1 to 1. You should probably keep it that way. There's also a clean screen. If you click on it, it makes your screen a little bigger. Sacrifices a few things, but I don't know. Maybe you want to. In the bottom here, if you see it says like model space, you click on it, you enter paper space. Or you can click on one of these tabs, enter paper space as well. Paper space allows you to see into your model space through a window basically. So there you have it. You can double click on the inside. There's more about this in session 4, and there's more things about the scale. This thing is going to make a difference. If you want to print things out, you want to check your units maybe, you can type units right over there. You can also go over here, the AutoCAD menu, AutoCAD menu, where you can open new ones, save, open existing ones, save as, you can export, you can publish, and you can also check your units over here. In addition, if you want to, maybe you might start off with like a white screen. If you go to options, you can change that. Mine opens. So if you go to display, I believe, go to colors, and you can change this to what you want. So 2D model space, I mean, is this color usually by default. But if you don't see that, you can change it here. But anyways, welcome to AutoCAD. Good luck with Bridge Team. AutoCAD is a super essential tool for drafting and designing. It lets you get your ideas out into SAP, but it also lets you see what it could look like in real life. So it gives you all your dimensions too. But good luck and have fun and enjoy AutoCAD.